If Birdman is the Batman of this alternate universe, does that mean somewhere there's an ill-fated Birdman versus Power Man movie coming? Birdman, or The Unexpected Virtue of Ignorance, is an inventive and fresh satire on the themes of fame and finding meaning. It stars Michael Keaton as a washed-up Hollywood actor who used to play the superhero Birdman in a successful comic book franchise, but now is trying to find meaning by putting on a play he adapted for Broadway. The movie uses the ins and outs of the play itself as a metaphor for life in the spotlight as Keaton battles on stage and off with the fame of his past and the attempted artistry of his present. A plot that not so subtly reflects Keaton's own life, giving another layer to this already dense and poignant material. I mean, this really is some beautifully layered work here. Let's start with the way it's filmed. I try very carefully not to throw around this word, but the way this movie uses mostly one-take shots to move not only through physical space but also time really is genius. Not just in concept, but execution. It's the perfect way to experience this world as a play and performance itself, while at the same time hitting all the story notes it needs to. It also incorporates the soundtrack from drum beats to symphonies in really clever and inventive ways that also add meaning and energy to this process. None of which would mean too much if it didn't have some incredible performances backing it up too. Michael Keaton really does put in great work here, as do Edward Norton and Emma Stone, each getting their moment to shine in this kinetic ballet. But my favorite thing about it has to be the way it uses character perspective to ground the metaphor and themes of the movie. Whether it be seemingly supernatural occurrences or the way the music changes as characters walk to new scenes, every choice definitely plays into these ideas of the shallowness of fame and the meaning of its pursuit. And it does it all while still laying out a pretty interesting story, which is no small feat when you really consider it. But as much as it worked for me, you do get the sense that the movie does get lost enough in its own creativity that it might steal some of its accessibility overall. I can easily see how many who watch this might find the indulgence and out-of-the-box story work to be off-putting and distracting and walk away seeing the movie as weird rather than interesting. And the truth is, there can be a real manufactured feel to a lot of this, especially the end, which to me felt forced and out of place with what came before it. Now, I won't give anything away, but if the movie ends about 10 minutes sooner, I think it makes its point in a much more interesting way. At the end of the day, Birdman is exactly the kind of creative and interesting artistry that often wins awards, even if it doesn't win mass audiences. Though it can feel a bit manufactured and indulgent, I still think the incredible beauty, concept, and execution of the metaphor keeps it flying at least as high as an A-. Thanks for checking out this Your Movie Friend review. You can stay tuned for this review's best ever challenge here in a bit. First, I want to throw some stuff up over here that you could click on. If you'd like to subscribe, which I'd very much appreciate, you can do that by clicking the big gray subscribe button. And if you want to see more, well, I've also got a look this week at Theory of Everything as award season heats up. You can also click the logo right up here to go to yourmoviefriend.com, where you can find a searchable database of reviews as well as the written text of these videos. And finally, this review's best ever challenge, where you name the best movie ever in a particular category and then also try to identify my choice. What is the best extended shot movie ever? Let's say it has to have at least one shot in the film that lasts for more than 10 minutes without cutting. Mine is entirely filmed to look as if it's one take and features incredible dialogue about the possible moral ambiguities of murder. Drop your own answer and a guess at mine in the comments, and the first person to guess mine does get a point. Thanks, and please subscribe.